Hey ratbags, it's Jade. Welcome to another grounded video. Today we are going to go over the latest tease, and it's even more confirmation that there's some weird sort of playset going on here. We've got stairs going somewhere in the latest reveal, and even more confirmation yet again that grounded is going to be supported for years after its 1.0 release. Also, are you going to have to go and peep all of your creatures again? Why that won't be such a bad thing. Let's go. So we've got another reveal, and we've got some interesting stairs leading upwards by the looks of things, maybe curling right back behind, which I'm guessing is some sort of, not just a tower now, but something else substantial. Does look like there's another part of this, I guess, tower castle on this side too. And look at the scale, look at the size of Willow there compared to the steps. Definitely feels like that's going to be some sort of entranceway there. And we've got more confirmation that yes, indeed, it is going to be in the upper pond. There will be water inside it. I told you guys we couldn't really tell whether there was going to be any water in it or not. But for sure now you can absolutely see there is a water line. It might be a bit lower than we thought, but it still gives us hope that there might be a whole host of creatures in there to fight. But they won't be leeches, of course, because they've been confirmed as not coming now. Leeches were cancelled, as I do believe were water striders. So I'm guessing it's going to be just more water fleas, bell spiders, and of course maybe mosquitoes. What I really like about this is, if you take a look at this side, it's got some sort of hinge. Imagine if it opens up. Imagine if you can press something and it will change the way it works. You think about the bigger suggestions you guys telling me. So many of what seemingly it's based on, whatever it is very similar to these models, and they did used to open up like this. So that'd be so cool. What if this actually does transform into a bigger area, a bigger castle, a bigger dungeon or something? Only 4 days till we find out, and clearly we're going to see maybe the top and the corners here, and then on the final day we're going to get the big reveal or whatever that entranceway is.
Just a little bit of news for Grounded 1.0 for September 27th. I know we've been mentioning that that all your progress will continue to carry through, which it will, except for the story. There will be a story reset. The team would like to take the time to let you know that while the reset of the story, there will also be the creature card collections will be resetted, and the content for this full game release. But your bases, recipes, and things that you've unlocked will carry over, so you don't have to worry about that. So when the game comes out to 1.0 and you load up your game, don't be surprised when you appear back in the beginning of the ravine with the case where you first start in the game. And you'll just once you leave from there, all your buildings will still be there. But for story's sake, especially because how much has changed since then, we'll have to like put everyone back in the beginning. So don't worry about that. This is just help to prevent any issues. But you should be able to run directly to all the stuff you've been doing and carry on. And then first look at the new story.
So that's kind of bad news, I guess, for some people. I did warn a lot of you guys at the time. I saw a lot of people talking about reloading their saves to get gold cards. I saw in Discord people mentioning that they killed over 200 bugs, 400 bugs to get a gold card. And I did try telling people not to bother, because there may be a chance that that would probably get reset. Because even at the time, the devs did say that they were looking at tweaking it. They were going to change the drop percentage of it. So that would go from whatever percentage it was then, they'd probably increase it by the time 1.0 goes live. And then also that there would be some sort of reward. Adam specifically said there would be some sort of reward for peeping creatures. Whether or not you peep all of them, certain ones, I don't know yet. But I feel like that maybe didn't get communicated enough, and I would probably say it's the one misstep. I think the Grounded Obsidian team have done amazing work in making sure that the story doesn't have to be reset for everyone, as in like it will reset but your bases are going to be, I mean that's the main one really, isn't it? Like if you've put thousands of hours into a game or whatever and your bases are all gone, all your gear, all your best weapons, your armor sets, your creativity, if that's gone, then that really sucks. And it does happen a lot in early access games. So the fact that Obsidian managed to save that, and the only upside is that we've got to go and do maybe certain parts like we did a few updates ago again, like certain dungeons, that's not the end of the world. Especially when we're going to get, I'm guessing, cutscenes and stuff like that every time we do one of these dungeons. But I will say they probably should have tried maybe coming up with the idea of the gold cards not coming over. Maybe spoke a bit more vocally about that not actually happening for people. Because there are, like, I ain't gonna lie, some of you idiots out there that have gone and spent hours reloading saves or literally killing 20 million bugs just to get a gold card that give you nothing. So now you're gonna have to do it all over again. But I think it adds a bit more replayability to the game. But I could understand there is going to be some of you guys that are pretty upset by that. But yeah, that's the reason they've done it. It's because Adam said there's going to be some sort of reward based on whether or not, I'm guessing, I think it was at the time, I'm sure he said if you get all of the creature cards, if you get gold creature cards, I think that was the idea. Things might have changed. We might get rewards for like every single one of them. Who knows? I've always felt like it'd be nice to get science points at least, something like that. But that's the only thing you've got to worry about. When you respawn at the case, you can go back to your base. All the chips that you've already got, they'll work. I think last time there were some issues sometimes where you had chips that didn't work and you had to go and get them again. So like for me, the mushroom bricks couldn't actually be crafted because I had to go and get the actual Haze laboratory chip because it was the one that crafted the mushroom bricks again. And it was really, really, really rubbish because that was just when I was about to build my castle for my 100 days. But by sounds what Eric says there, it's not going to be the case this time. Although you will have to go and get certain things again and do certain things, you should have access to all of your stuff. So you will be able to hopefully craft anything and not be left out. Aaron Greenberg, the guy who's in charge of marketing at Microsoft, has been talking about Grounded as well. Just previewed the official launch trailer. So we're getting another one, of course we are. So fun, can't wait to share the final backyard soon. Lots coming in final 4 days to launch on TikTok, YouTube, all Xbox channels. And if you missed the 17, I guess, foot broodmother or meter at SDCC and Gamescom, it's going to be its way to TwitchCon this October the 7th. So it's about time. It has felt a little bit like, does feel like Microsoft haven't always promoted Grounded as much as they could, believe it or not, comparatively to lots of other stuff going on. So I'm glad they're getting behind them. Shout out to Ben Kenobi for this art as well. Grounded streamer has obviously done this great little piece of fan art too. And next, the interview with Games Radar. I'm going to rattle off some of these answers and not go through it like I did with the previous interview that I covered. Although we do get a little bit more wording from actually one of their QA leads that worked on the game, as well as Eric, the community manager. QA analyst Adam Taylor pretty much said they weren't expecting the game to be as big as it was. But yeah, 10 million players, 40,000 members in the Discord, and the subreddit's got 52,000 members. That's a huge amount. Their TikTok's one of the best going as well. So I feel like Grounded have got a really good little team around them promoting and doing the marketing and stuff. And apparently, yeah, they went and rehired. That was something I never knew. Eric, the community manager, I knew left, but they specifically gone and got him back because Grounded kind of blew up. So they wanted him to come and sort it out. And just start their field of things talking about the community, how it's the community's game. They feel that the game is as much as theirs as it is ours. And talking about all the additions they've put in because the community sent so many requests in or ideas, like changing things in storage, obviously arachnophobia mode, the slider for it, as well as obviously more scary bugs, of course, like the infected broodmother. That was a community idea. Not to mention collecting arrows just by walking over them because we were all so cheesy killing spiders and stuff on rocks. I also spoke about being anti-crunch. That is one of the projects that they'd be hard-pressed not to do early access again. Now, it came from, I do believe, the Q&A analyst, so he might only be speaking for himself. I don't think I would ever go back to a non-early access project, but it does bear thinking about. If in the future they do a Grounded 2, it probably would most likely be an early access title again. And that's the most important part out of this interview for me. More confirmation that they're going to be supporting this game. Obsidian isn't going to abandon the Survivor game after it leaves early access. Not only is the team remaining tight-lipped on the story that will unfold during the game's full launch, but Dobella Arix promises Obsidian will support Grounded for the next few years to come. So that's, again, in addition to what I already told you guys a couple days ago, that we are absolutely getting a future after 1.0. And there we go. Just a quick reminder. I'm finally set a date for my live stream. I am going to do it on the Monday before release. I was debating about doing it on release day, but everyone's going to be wanting to play the game. Who's going to want to watch people when they could be playing a new update? So Monday, literally the 26th, 9 PM UK time. That's going to be around 4 PM EST. And I think about 1 PM if you're on the West Coast. And it should be about 8 AM, 9 AM in Australia. I'll be live streaming for charity. I'm going to set something up either with obviously YouTube where I can have a charity kind of mode where you can donate, or I'll find a decent link and we'll just spam that where you guys can donate to some stuff. People that donate will get to choose what kind of bugs I eat, and I'm even roping in my wife. She's going to help me out, so you'll see her on camera. So if you really want to, you know, save me, then make sure you send money so she eats bugs. Big inspiration from Chris, who's the guy that helps support the community with all their problems and issues and bugs, gets reporting. So we're going to be doing that Monday night. I'm going to be doing some challenges and stuff like that. You guys can give me some ideas. So I'll probably stream on Sunday as well. Just give you a heads up more about that. And that's it. I'll see you guys. I can't wait. I've got working on lots of other stuff this weekend, though, like Slime Rancher. But as soon as 1.0 is here on Tuesday, you will absolutely see 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 videos a day from me for the next week or so. Until next time, rat bags, laters.